Well, she ran. I spent about an hour on the phone with Holley again today. We finished picking up where we left off, and we were able to go into the system control and basically tell it to ignore the cam sensor. And the moment we did that and sent it to the ECU, it cycled the ignition, it fired right up. I wish I had filmed it. I thought I was recording. I wasn't. I screamed for joy. Oh man, for it to run, and for it to not be something I did wrong. Like every single step of the way, everything we checked. Yep, that was right. Yep, that's right. Yep, you're good there. Like no issue, no issue, no issue. And basically what this says is that there is a cam sensor problem. And so I went and bought a cam sensor, get ready to swap it out. If that makes it run without us ignoring the cam, then problem solved, all good. If it does not, then maybe there's a problem with the reluctor wheel, or maybe there's a problem with the timing mechanically. He doesn't think that's the case. I don't think that's the case. I'm pretty sure I did it right. Hopefully it's not the reluctor wheel because I don't want to pull this thing apart. But we'll go from there. He was very adamant. I could run it with it ignoring the cam sensor. The ECU is smart enough for it to run. It's perfectly safe for you to do it that way. So worst case scenario, there we go. I am going to replace the cam sensor. It looks like it's going to be a little bit difficult just because it's on the LM7. It's to the rear of the engine, and I've got another sensor above it that is in the way of it slipping up, but I'm going to try to squeeze it by. Okay, unfortunately I went through all this trouble. I did have to pull the intake in order to get around everything and pull the cam sensor. I replaced it with a new cam sensor, gave it a shot, no such luck. So for the time being, we're just going to leave that cam sensor turned off. I did learn through trial and error here that there is a difference in the way the ECU interprets the cam signal depending on the situation. So if you simply unplug the cam sensor, it will try to run, but I wasn't able to get it to run and stay running. It spits and sputters a little bit, but it definitely tries. And so the ECU interprets that differently than it being plugged in and it being a bad signal. So bad signal absolutely was preventing me from getting it to run, like never got even close to running. But turning off the cam signal completely is different from just unplugging it. Turning off the cam signal completely actually made the Jeep run and run well. So that's the way we'll run it for now. At some point, I'll do some more digging and see if I can figure out what is actually the problem here. Who knows? Maybe 2 bad cam sensors in a row. But for now, she's running. We're going to keep moving. So right here, I don't know if you can see it, but this KO 60820. So the 60 means it's a six groove belt. And the 82 means it's 82 inches long, and the 0 means 0.0. Okay, and then this one is also a KO 60807, right? Because it's 3/4. So I need one that's between the two. So that's what we're gonna go get.
Sounds like a musical.
All right, so that's good. That's good. All right, so we need to clean these wires up. These were all temporary things. So this is gonna stay because that's gonna get wired to the ECU. This is the one I know I need. All right, so we got to loosen these up. All right, so I clearly made a mistake when measuring because I've still got an inch to go. So I think what I'm gonna do is pull that out and cut that support piece off and see if I can get it in there or not.
Nope.
May have to do some more trimming.
Nope.
Because we'll just, I guess we'll play it by ear. Everything else looks good, I think. But we'll pull that back out. We'll cut that off and we'll see how it looks. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. If you want one of our new t-shirts, there's a competition going on right now. Details in the detail section below.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Okay. All right. I'm at a point where I have to do either major surgery on that or buy a different fan. So I'm gonna go do some research and we'll come back once we have a game plan. Okay, everybody. So what we've done here is I've cut the nipple down a little bit to where I can still get a hose clamp on the back side of the barb, and the barb is still there. It just doesn't come out as far. So hopefully that doesn't cause a problem. I think we're going to be good there. This right here is what was interfering, and it was interfering with this, right? So it all would look like this, and I just cut through here, ground down to the bolt, clearance that up there, and we're gonna try again, see if that resolved our problem.
Nope.
If it didn't, then I'm on hold again. I gotta find a thinner fan shroud. That is not going to work. No! I'm probably going to have to put a push fan in here. So let's take off that fan shroud and let's see if or take off that fan completely. we got plenty of room now. So let's bolt this thing back in. Now we need to find some bolts. I don't see my radiator bolts that secure the radiator to the core support. But we'll find them. Okay, so I need to go find some bolts to get this secured in place. I need to take some measurements for radiator hoses. And then I need to do some shopping for a transmission cooler and some push fans that'll fit in this hole. So that's where I'm headed. Hey everybody, all right, I'm back from the parts store. It took far too long to get parts. The road was horrible, so I didn't film anything. I just got there as quickly as I can and got back. What you missed is the nuts that I picked up are not correct. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drill out right here, just drill straight through the core so I can put some longer nuts and bolts on each side. I did get the PSC power steering pump oil cooler installed. It does fit. I got the hoses routed where they needed to be. So that's checked off the list. Tomorrow I should have quite a few more components delivered from Amazon. And we can start measuring for hoses for the radiator. We can start running more electrical, get the fans installed hopefully, and button up the front. I also dug through everything in the garage, got the bumper and the winch out, got the 7-slot grill out, my fenders out, and then I found my rock lights. And somewhere in here is what I believe to be, yeah, right here, the original harness for the lights. So that'll get the front end taken care of. So that's the goal for tomorrow, assuming that the weather cooperates. It's getting dark, it's getting muggy, it's raining, but we'll make her happen. So yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Hey everybody, all right, it's another day. The goal today is to get the front end put back together. I've got the radiator mostly in. I've got the power steering cooler mounted. I got to drill out some holes in the front core support to put the radiator back in. I've got new fans that I need to get installed. I got some flat strap to build mounts. But I want to get it where I can fill fluids, top it off. I'm basically buttoning up the front. That's the goal for today. So let's get to work. we made a little bit of progress. We've got the pusher fans pushed in and connected. I just use these little zip tie. I don't know if you can see them, but I've never used them before, but we'll give them a shot. We'll see how long they last. Everything looks good on this side. We've got a new trans cooler that I think I'm going to put on the back side of the radiator. Let's see here, kind of below where the water hoses, radiator hoses are going to go, but above that cross member. I think I can kind of suck it in there nice and tight out of the way, so I don't need to do that right now. I actually think where I can put the grill on and put the bumper on, and then start running some wiring, get that stuff routed. I need to get the intake back on. It does fit. It's a little tight, but it does fit. And then I need to make the pieces to make it kind of curl up in here. It was pointing kind of down. I don't like that. I want it up here. So I need to make those pieces. But I'm making really good progress for the day. That went much faster than I thought it would. So yeah, let's get that done. And then I need to flush the radiator and get hoses. I don't have hoses yet. I need something that'll go right there. And then I need something. I don't know if I've got a good shot or not. Probably not. Let's see. Here to over there. But we'll see how that goes. I do have my old hoses over here that are still in good shape. I might be able to cut some of those and make them work, but I'm gonna swing by auto parts store, pick up hoses, and then come back and try to button this up and get fluids in. So yeah, really good progress for the day. We went and picked up some parts. We got a delivery for our radiator overflow. We've got our fittings we need and some hose. And then I picked up 2 different pieces of hose that more or less get me what I need. I'm going to cut some sections out and then connect them with a repair kit. But I think between this and that, we can get the radiator done today. So that's what we're working on next. All right, so we got one of them done. And I ended up not having enough of the big clamps, so I'm gonna have to go get a couple more hose clamps. But that one's done. And this one, I need a 180. So I'm gonna head back and see if we can find a chunk of hose that has a 180 in it. But that, one more adapter kit and some more hose clamps, and then whew, wow, you guys were close there for a second. Hose clamps and a 180, and then I should be able to come back and hook the rest of this up, and we can start flushing the radiator and get it completely bottled up, happy, and then do the same thing with the power steering. And then we will either tackle the intake or we will tackle the brakes. But yeah, let's run to the parts store again and see if we can get what we need. All right, so went to the parts store. Actually, I turned the camera off a few minutes ago, and then I thought I actually have some leftover hose from the original JK engine. And so I grabbed that, and I was able to make part of this work. I'm gonna give you a shot here. So I was able to get it to kind of come up an angle, and then I've got this piece here that I'm going to connect it with, but I needed a few more repair kit copplers. So went and got a couple of copplers, got some more hose clamps, and now we're gonna finish putting this the radiator hoses on. But before we do that, I want to move this hose. I don't like that it's up here. I actually want to fish it back through here. Fish it back through here, because I need it to be below the breather. I don't want anything above the breather. So I'm going to try to take care of that routing now. Just a quick update here. I've got the front grille on, got radiator hoses connected. I rerouted power steering hoses so that this was nice and tight. This is ready to get the bumper on it. I've still got steam vent to run, and I've still got to do my overflow. This is steam vent hose and radiator hose type stuff. So that's for tomorrow. I gotta put the the intake back on, intake breather. We'll do all that tomorrow. Hey everybody, it is the next day. Unfortunately, the weather's not cooperating. It is rainy, cold, and miserable outside. I should have started earlier in the morning, so we're not really going to make any progress today. Just going to spend the day editing. But still, this week it's been super productive. It keeps running. Such a huge milestone. We'll get back at this tomorrow, and hopefully we'll get everything wrapped up and transmission in pretty quickly, and be able to take this thing back on its first drive with the new power plant soon. So again, if you've made it this far in the video, really appreciate it. We actually just hit 500 subscribers just a few minutes ago. It's not even technically been 4 weeks. It's just been just under 4 weeks, and 500 subscribers. So really appreciate that. Let's keep that momentum going. If you're not subscribed, please do so. Like, comment, share. Let me know what you like about the channel. Let me know what you don't like. Yeah, really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.